Right. So right when you first open the Bible, within like the first letter of the first word, Hebrew scholars disagree, like they're already divided on what it means. And the issue
It's
is
awesome.
like, so if you pick up any English Bible off your shelf, like it's probably, the translation will probably read, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And that's the traditional translation, but a problem with it is that there isn't a Hebrew manuscript on earth that actually contains the word the. It's, the grammar is actually pretty complex and debated, all the way going back to the Middle Ages at least. And a lot of Hebrew scholars have come to a different translation of the first verse of the Bible. Instead of a dependent, or instead of an independent clause, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, you have publications like the Jewish Publication Society Bible, which is the primary English translation used by Jews. They translate it as when God began to create the heavens and the earth. So it's not an incomplete sentence. And I understand that the grammar is difficult to explain, like without showing it to people visually, but the difference between the traditional translation and the newer translation that scholars have been coming to in greater numbers is that on the first translation, the first thing God creates is the heavens and the earth. On the second translation, when God began to create the heavens and the earth, and then it like describes the state, the earth being unformed and void and darkness over the waters. The first thing God creates is light in verse 3. So the whole thing
Right.
is just one run-on sentence in the Jewish Publication Society translation. And in the book, I argue, based off new doctoral thesis information, based off new discoveries in ancient Hebrew grammar, from a scholar named Robert Holmstead, that I think the Jewish Publication Society translation is actually the correct one. And
Mm-hmm.
independent of the grammar, one of the reasons why I think this is almost certain at this point is that we've discovered many creation texts from the ancient Near East, languages like Akkadian, uh, and they will open with this same really really weird syntax of like, you'll have like this dependent clause with this long parenthetical clause and then a main clause. So it's just this big long kind of run-on sentence in texts like Atrahasis and Enuma Elish, a text called Car 4 from Nineveh. So it looks like that was part of like just the genre standard in the ancient Near East. And it's so
Yeah.
like it's such a weird formulation grammatically that doesn't occur like other places in the Bible for the most part, that it's almost impossible this could have happened by chance.